everybody, today I have an MB-22 Kirin to look at. This is a relatively new Megabox figure, and it's a mythological creature that's specific to Asia. I'll probably talk about that a little bit later. It's a brand new figure to me, and anyways, I wanted to do an unboxing and offer my initial impressions. I've had this for a while, and I've been jonesing to get it out of the box. As far as the box goes, I do want to draw attention to this package. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, with the artwork and design, these guys always put so much attention and detail into how they present their products. They use some interesting printer techniques, so I don't know how well this shows up on camera, but they've got a foil stamping right here for the Chinese characters here. And they did some gloss spot coating, to really accentuate the actual character itself, and hopefully that shows up on camera here. As far as I'm concerned, my Beastbox and Megabox packages are collector's items. I keep them all. I don't know how many other people do that, but I'm curious who does the same. Or if you don't, if you throw yours out, I would love to hear a comment on that just to get a gauge of what other people do with theirs. Yeah, 52 Toys just did a keynote here somewhat recently where they talked about just released products and stuff that's coming up for 2022 and whatever. And they did an interview with the young fella who designed this character. And it's somebody by the name of Tsuboshima Yuki. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I believe he's a Japanese designer. Just did brilliant work on this particular figure. Easily one of the best Megabox or Beastboxes ever released. So having said that, I'll go ahead and get this guy open. Got my Red Devil handy. Let's see what we got here. Here's something else that's interesting. I can't remember if all Beastboxes have this, but at least Megaboxes generally have something that can be used as a backdrop if that's something you're into. Personally, I don't, because it doesn't work for my display space, but I really dig that. Fortunately, this is going to go back in the box, but it's really cool. So yeah, even the instruction booklet, that's beautifully designed. For the most part, I would say this is pretty easy to follow along with. Got your little catalog, which is always kind of slightly humorously outdated. Most of the projects you'll find in these are a few years old or something like that. They don't really update this at all. Yeah, there you got the figure itself. And boy, is this thing magnificent. Look at that. That is beautiful. Wow. Man, I'll tell you what, I've been waiting for months to get this guy, and just my initial impression is it was absolutely worth the wait. Wow. It's a mythological creature to be sure, but just the shape of it is so organic, and it's amazing that this can turn into a 2-inch cube. Yeah, the articulation is, look at that, it's phenomenal. You can put its leg up like it's prancing. Got a lot of head movement. Hind legs can, really kick out and whatever. I mean, this thing can really be posed like an equine. I mean, this is unbelievable. Just an incredible amount of detail. Love the graphics on it. Very tastefully done. These cyan bits here. You've got this little symbol. I wish I knew what that was, but looks pretty cool. Got a little jewel in its head. Got a horn. Yeah, the color scheme is just absolutely beautiful. Got these flame details. I mean, wow. In my opinion, this figure is 52 Toys at the absolute top of their game. So yeah, before I had bought this figure, I really wasn't familiar with a Kirin, and I hope that's how you pronounce it. At least as far as Western culture goes, I would guesstimate that this is not a very well-known mythological creature. Did a little research onto it, and apparently it goes back a few millennia. And another interesting thing is it's not isolated to one Eastern Asian country. From what I've understood, Kirin, it has some slightly different names, but there are variations of this creature in Japanese, like Korean and Chinese lore, and maybe some other Eastern Asian countries, whatever. And as far as I understand, this creature is the Eastern Asian version of a unicorn. Now, to be clear, this is not to be confused with the Western version of another mythological creature known as the Kirin, which is also horse-like and a type of nag.
Excuse me.
All right, stupid jokes aside, I'm going to go ahead and try to transform this into a cube. We'll see how this goes. And there you have it. I'm not going to lie, this one was a tough one to transform. To be totally fair and honest, I think that's kind of necessary for a character that is this complex. And, certainly, it's going to be difficult the first time you go through it because everything has to fit exactly in the right spot, in the right position. And once you do it once or twice, there's no question that it's going to be easier, a lot more organic, and make a lot more sense to you. But first time through, it is kind of painful. So, but my goodness, look at this. That whole organic shape fit inside a cube. I mean, this is a 2-inch cube. It is actually an equine unicorn type mythical creature. It's amazing. So, yeah, I continue to be blown away by what 5.2 Toys is capable of engineering in their products. So yeah, these pieces, form the flat shapes of the cube, but it doesn't seem excessive or tacked on in its animal form. I mean, it's totally organic to both shapes. So pretty incredible engineering all around. This comes from somebody who understands 3D shapes just, intrinsically. This guy's a total genius. All right, now it's time to give this guy a box grade. Just a quick explanation, this is my rating system to sum up what I like and what I don't like about a particular figure. The setup is 6 categories with a maximum of 5 points each, or 30 points possible. Obviously, it's based on personal taste and observation, but just for a ballpark, 0 points would be a total failure, 15 points would be an average product, and 30 points would be me saying this is a top shelf piece. If there were any improvements that could have been made to this figure's design, I can't imagine what that would have been. Like I mentioned before, this is one of 5.2 Toys' best releases yet, so this gets 5 out of 5. The graphic applications, transparent red horn and flames are a very nice touch. There isn't much to speak of in the way of add-ons or gimmicks, but to be honest, the character itself is the feature and doesn't need anything extraneous. I'll give it 4 out of 5. Kirin is very well engineered. The transformation is complex, but logical with plenty of well-placed connecting parts to hold it together in box form. Flat panels that help fill out the cube form are cleverly incorporated, yet somehow do not detract from its very organic creature form. Flawless engineering nets this 5 out of 5. Its stance is completely natural to an equine form, and it's easy to get into a lot of different poses. Articulation is amazing, and I can't imagine that they could have done anything to improve it. Totally earns a 5 out of 5. Build quality is very good, especially considering how many small moving parts were necessary to make this character work. Joints feel solid, but not too tight. There are some thin plastic panels with connecting parts, but they don't feel flimsy. I give this 4 out of 5. It's a beautiful design, challenging but not frustrating box transformation, looks great, and it's highly posable. Kirin is a showpiece, and extreme posability makes this a figure that's fun to fiddle around with. 4 out of 5. That brings the box grade total to 27 out of 30. This is only the second Beastbox or Megabox I've reviewed, but I do have nearly 50 in my collection, and it's definitely one of their best releases. I'm glad I finally own it. Of course, this is just one guy's opinion, but I'm always interested to hear what you have to say. Feel free to let me know what you think about the MB-22 Kirin, or if you have any other questions or comments. Thanks for watching.